Good morning, everyone. How are you doing? Hope you guys had a great weekend. Ladies, hope you had a great weekend. And back out at it today, but something is changing, and that is the weather. It was a nice little cool 54 degrees this morning, so it was a little chilly, and it looks like the heat of summer has finally started to slow down, and it's going to pass us by finally. So next Monday, Miss Sarah and I will be out here doing some work on this place, but today I just got to trim them both, cut them both. You know, I do that one over there, I do this one here, and I'll try to take you in the back with me today. It's a little hard to do because it's so cut up. There's just 3 or 4 different little spots, but we'll get footage and we'll talk about something today that I was just thinking about, and don't really hear about it, but hey, you know, don't hear about a lot of things, but certainly do see a lot of new stuff, but I don't hear a lot about actually lawn care in itself. Anyway, let's get to work. Lots to do, and you know, the days are getting a little bit shorter now, so see you in a minute. guys, so I had a message on Instagram. I'm gonna read this to you. And he asked me this question the other day. He said, hey man, kind of in the middle of being solo and having a second person. When you were solo, which I am now, how many days a week did you mow, and how many days did you have for the landscape, mulch jobs, etc.? As of now, I do 3 days mowing, 2 to 3 days side jobs. I'm trying to find the best middle ground possible. Solo 3 days mowing, 2 to 3 days with a helper on side jobs. Thanks in advance for your advice. So that's what we're going to talk about today, how I do it. May not be the best way, but it works for me. Is it busy? Yes. I stay busy 6 days a week. There's going to be days off coming up for football, just because I'm a football fanatic and I want to watch. But plus I'm catching up. I mean, I'm usually in the fall, I'm pretty much caught up. But before then, it is hectic as all get out. But I will tell you how I do this, and we'll go through it. So I'll see you in a minute. All right, there we are, last one of the day. That just looks beautiful. No, you're good. That just looks beautiful. He loves the diagonal cut, so try to do that every 2 times for him. Probably go the other way next time. But let me get into it, because I'm done for the day, guys. Had 2 1-acre yards. Little bit of weeding to do. Had the office for that gentleman that just gets knocked down, where I always have to call the police. Thank goodness I didn't have to do that today. Thank you, Lord, for not having me do that. But so this gentleman asked me, how do you handle it doing it solo? So what I did, and I did not do this last year. I had somebody do most of my mulch last year. This year I had that gentleman do 2 or 3 for me. And I started the 1st of March, which I believe I will probably start late February next year. So I kind of learned here. 6 days in the week that I get to work. Monday and Tuesday is edging and mulching. Wednesday and Thursday, edging and mulching. Thursday and Friday, edging and mulching. I can't do edging and mulching in the same day unless it's a really small job. I just can't do it anymore, guys. I don't have the strength to do it anymore. Edging 400 feet and then putting down 10 yards of mulch, I can't do that in a day. So once I got all the mulch jobs complete, it was probably a week before the mulch jobs were complete, I did 2 days. The first 2 days was a mulch job. The next couple days was getting out and starting to just spot mow. I didn't mow the whole route. I just mowed who needed mowed. And then that Saturday I did an edging, and then Monday I mulched it, and then I started in Tuesday to the full route. So I had a full month to edge and mulch before I had to start mowing. Now, hedge trimming was difficult this year. I got it all done, but I had to put people off for a while because we were getting so much rain that we were just constantly having to mow, constantly mowing, trying to catch up, getting behind. The weather is one thing you cannot account for. You just can't. We would love for it to rain at night and be nice all day. In a perfect world, that would happen. It doesn't happen here. You're lucky sometimes if you get to mow 3 days a week and it's raining the rest in the spring. So that's how I handled it. Once, I would say, middle of May came, I started doing hedge trimming jobs on Saturday. And then I would do hedge trimming jobs on a Monday. And then I would mow up until Saturday, because you're taking into account that one day it's going to rain. I did not need a lot of help this year. I don't even know. I think, Tim helped me a couple times. Now, fall cleanups are going to be a little bit easier this year because things are starting to turn already on us. Leaves are starting to fall already. The reason I don't have to do much spring cleanup is because I do it all in the fall. So for the gentleman that's asked me this, how do I do it solo? I have not had to hire help. And I'll be honest, this is probably going to be one of our biggest years ever. I don't want to pay all the taxes. I don't want to pay the workman's comp. I don't want to pay all those things that you have to pay when you hire someone. Now, for you guys who are out there paying guys under the table, you're really cutting your own nose off to spite your face, because you're not getting to claim all that cash that you're giving that person. You're hurting yourselves by doing that. Because once you have an employee, you get to take that off of your taxes. All the money you give them, you get to take off your taxes. You do pay tax for them, but you get to take off what you've spent. So it's kind of a double-edged sword. You're hurting yourselves in a way. You think you're helping yourselves, but you're really hurting yourselves. But like I've said in previous videos, find a number that you're happy with of lawns that you can do the mulch and edging and all that on without getting overwhelmed, and stay there. I'm not sure why everybody thinks they have to make $300,000 or $400,000 a year and pay a bunch of helpers, when in the end you're only really making $70,000 or $80,000, which is about what I'm making, if not a little bit more. So, not really sure how that goes on in people's thought processes. I know my thought process was one day to be big. I realized the workforce out here is a nightmare, and I'm happy where I'm at. But that's how I do it, man. That's how I keep it going solo. I take every Sunday off for church. Do I get behind? Of course I get behind, like everybody else. But I talked about it the other day. Lawn care is like a chess match. You have to move pieces around, and you have to be willing to go out and work. You know, some guys think that you start at 8 or 9 o'clock and you should be home by 2 in the afternoon. That doesn't work like that in lawn care. When you own a business, it is 24/7, guys. So I hope some of this makes sense to you. I hope I helped you, and I hope I answered some questions for other guys that are struggling with, how do I stay solo, or do I hire someone? I'm going to tell you this. If you think about all the money you pay that person, if you just lost 5 or 6 yards and you did it yourself, you're actually coming out ahead. Just my opinion. That's all. Videos are opinion based, man. There's very few facts other than this mower goes this many miles an hour and this trimmer will do this many RPM and stuff. Most of the videos that I make are based on my opinion on what I've done in the field for 14 years. I've learned a lot. I've made a lot of mistakes. I've made mistakes and told you guys about them so you don't have to make the same mistakes. Like I said, I didn't have YouTube when I started this thing. And I didn't know about YouTube until 4 years ago, honestly. Maybe 5 now. But that's how I do it solo. And of course, when we get into leaves and everything, I'll show you how I do those and show you how I do bed clean outs. But I've got hundreds of videos, guys. You can go back a year. If you want to look at the fall time, go back and follow the videos back to last fall. You can see how I do it. I'm always making money. I'm always staying busy. I have not literally in the last 7 years had a week where I've had nothing to do, or a day during the week where I've had nothing to do. Just doesn't happen. So, unless it's raining. But guys, hope you had a blessed day. Hey, I'm going to read today's Bible verse for you. It's Jeremiah 33:3, and it says, "Call to me, and I will answer you, and show you great and mighty things." That is a powerful verse, man. God can give you and show you things that you never thought you would see and do in your life, things you never thought that could be done. So, guys, I love y'all. God bless y'all. Have a great day. As always, Dr. Real was in the house. Keep it real, guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Peace.